Minato Namikaze is one of the most powerful characters in the Naruto franchise. The Fourth Hokage is known to be one of the fastest ninjas of all time, and even as a teenager, he had his power and skill compared to the god of shinobi Hashirama Senju, the first Hokage, by Kurama, the Nine-Tailed Fox, in Kishimoto's 2023 one-shot, Naruto, The World Within the Spiral. In this video, and in the first of a brand new series on the channel where I go over specific anime/manga characters and their prowess and capabilities, I'm going to be assessing Minato's true power and abilities to logically come to a sound conclusion through a thorough assessment of his feats and statements to properly scale him. If you're new to the channel, I'm MOTTSKIII and I talk about all things anime and manga when it comes to my favorite franchises. If you're new, make sure to subscribe to the channel, and when you do, hit that bell icon and set your notifications to all so that you never miss another video when they drop on the channel. With that all said, let's get into the video and scale the yellow flash of the leaf. So to properly scale Minato, I think it's only fair to go from his younger counterpart up to his final appearance in the series when he was alive, which was during the Nine-Tails attack on the leaf during Obito's assault. As a child, after graduating from the academy and being assigned to Jiraiya's Team 6, Minato was immediately recognized by his team leader for being exceptionally skilled for his age. This led to Jiraiya teaching him many of his signature abilities, and to come under the belief that Minato was the child of prophecy that the great Toad Sage at Mount Miyaboku told him about. This child of prophecy would eventually go on to be Minato's son, Naruto Uzumaki, who saved the world from Obito, Madara, Kaguya, Sasuke, and Kabuto during the Fourth Great Ninja War. The next relevant point to bring up is the fact that at this young age, he took out 2 Hidden Cloud, I'm assuming Jonin level shinobi because I don't think that it was ever specified what their rank was, to save Kushina Uzumaki after she was captured by them for the Hidden Cloud to steal the Nine-Tails from the Hidden Leaf, since she was already the Nine-Tails Jinchuriki at the time. He did this after following a trail of small strands of her red hair that were left behind. So already at a very young age, pre-teen to early teenage years, Minato was very skilled and very capable of handling himself against fully grown shinobi with way more experience than him. It also helps that he was a rarity in the shinobi world, a natural prodigy who only appears once in a generation. Other examples of prodigies in the Naruto world who went on to become some of the strongest ninjas of all time are Kakashi Hatake, the copy ninja in Sixth Hokage, Itachi Uchiha, Shisui Uchiha, Sasuke Uchiha, the second most powerful ninja of all time, and the Leaf's Shadow Hokage, and Boruto Uzumaki, the grandson of Minato, son of Naruto, host of Momoshiki Otsutsuki, and the Star of Hope. A few years after rescuing Kushina during the Third Great Ninja War, Jiraiya, the other members of Team 6, and he would run into Roshi and Han, the hosts of the Four Tails and the Five Tails, after being cornered and nearly killed by 2 tailed beast bombs. Minato, who already knew and mastered the flying Raijin by that time, teleported his entire team away, barely saving them before the bombs went off. After seeing what the tailed beast bomb looked like in person, he used its physical spiral-like shape to come up with a completely new jutsu, and this jutsu would eventually become known as the Rasengan. So already we've established that Minato has a genius level intellect, and he had it from a very young age. The fact that he created the Rasengan, and pretty quickly too, by the way, just by seeing the tailed beast bomb once, is ridiculous. He also mastered the flying Raijin, a jutsu created by Tobirama, the second Hokage, and only mastered by both him and Tobirama, and just recently replicated by Boruto using his natural space-time ninjutsu abilities he inherited from Momoshiki's DNA, overriding his own. Before the Third Great Ninja War and the creation of the Rasengan, this is even more absurd when you think about how crazy difficult it is to even master, and he can perform it better than its original creator. I think we've established enough of his intellectual feats to easily grant that in a fight, he can outsmart even the most capable of shinobi and most likely will win unless they're blatantly stronger than him, which has happened to him before in the series. Now it's time to establish and go over his other feats such as strength, speed, durability, endurance, and overall abilities to get a clearer picture of where Minato would scale even to the most powerful characters currently in the franchise like Kawaki, Boruto, Jura, Ishiki, and Naruto pre-Kurama loss. Most of Minato's early relevant feats come from his time during the Third Great Ninja War, which is covered in his one-shot from 2023 and sporadically throughout Naruto Part 1 and Part 2. In his younger years during the war, he showed some pretty decent durability feats, including being able to take a hit from a Biju enraged Kushina to the chest, quickly recovering even though he took massive damage and was sent flying back a good distance. He was then impaled through the abdomen by Kushina in her Seven Tails cloak and still resisted the pain enough to internally fight the full version of Kurama inside the Tailed Beast plane. Later on during his Hokage years before his death, he was able to survive for several minutes after using the Reaper Death Seal, which is extremely impressive given how long he was still alive even after getting impaled by Kurama as well. So Minato's durability feats while he was alive, I'm not counting his Edo Tensei durability feats for obvious reasons, are very impressive considering how strong Jinchurikis and the Tailed Beast are as well. For strength, I'm going to split it into 3 categories: attack potency, lifting, and striking strength. Starting with attack potency, the Fourth Hokage considered him a rival if not superior to him, also considered to be one of the fastest ninja of all time with his lightning cloak as well. Another statement backing up this is that Minato and Team AB's power became mutually recognized after battling several times during the Third Great Ninja War. Hiruzen Sarutobi, the Third Hokage, also heavily implied that Minato was the only person in the shinobi world at the time who was capable of beating Orochimaru in a straight up 1v1 fight. Hiruzen as an old man fought Orochimaru to the death during the Konoha Crush arc. Minato was also blatantly stronger than young Hiruzen, who is stronger than his older counterpart who fought Orochimaru in Naruto Part 1. This is backed up by the fact that he beat him in a fight when he was still only a Jonin. This is also backed up by the fact that everyone, including Hiruzen during the Nine Tails attack on the Hidden Leaf during Obito's assault, waited for his arrival and support, and the strongest shinobi in a village is usually selected to be the Hokage, which Minato was at the time. Jiraiya, his own master, considered him a shinobi with unparalleled talent. His attack potency is higher when he uses his Rasengan, a jutsu made to specifically counter Tailed Beast bombs, and as a teenager during the Third Great Ninja War, as mentioned previously, inside Kushina in the Tailed Beast plane, he clashed with a Biju bomb from a full version of Kurama who had released a large amount of his chakra. Not to mention, Minato was also a perfect sage, though he never used this much when he was alive because it took him too long to gather nature energy. In terms of lifting strength, he should be in the Class M range, which is around the weight of the world's largest ship, as physically he can lift just that much in his base form. In terms of his striking strength, he should be moderately superior to old/young Hiruzen and Orochimaru, as he has statements and on-panel/on-screen feats to back them up. He should be comparable to the Fourth Hokage, as he was able to slice through one of Killer Beast's tentacles. B is the host for the Eight Tails, the second most powerful tailed beast right behind Kurama the Nine Tails. This striking strength should become significantly stronger when using Sage Mode, and the quantity of how much the increase remains unknown, and there is no real way to quantify the power boost that Sage Mode gives a user using that, Sage Mode. In terms of his speed feats in conjunction with his teleportation abilities using the Flying Thunder God, Minato should at least at a low ball be sub-relativistic with higher reaction speeds. He was also able to gain the upper hand against the Fourth Hokage because of his reaction speed in conjunction with the Flying Raijin. He also outsped Obito Uchiha, who possessed a superior space-time ninjutsu technique with half of Kamui, again in conjunction with the Flying Raijin, and he is superior to his Edo Tensei counterpart from the Fourth Great Ninja War with his speed being enhanced while using Sage Mode, which in tandem would also increase the Flying Raijin's capabilities as well, like it did for him when he used it in conjunction with KCM during the war arc. We should also quickly cover his use of the Flying Thunder God, a jutsu which he alone was able to master all aspects at a fundamental and advanced level, surpassing even Tobirama's capabilities with the jutsu. In Boruto 2 Blue Vortex, it's heavily implied and even shown on screen that the Flying Raijin, even with Boruto's being different from Minato and Tobirama's, is capable of traveling dimensions as long as the marker is placed somewhere in the other dimension that the user is traveling to. Boruto traveled from the Hidden Leaf to Ishiki's dimension to find the juvenile Ten Tails before it was transformed into the physical manifestation known as Jura. Since Minato is better at using his version of the flying Raijin than Boruto is at using his, he should also be capable of dimensional travel with the jutsu as well, since his skill with the technique would not be below Boruto's, at least for now, because Koji, using prescience, stated that in the future Boruto does master his version as well to the degree that Minato did for his version of flying Raijin. Minato is already very fast in base, but with this mastery of the flying Raijin, he becomes even faster. In terms of stamina, Minato has a significant amount of chakra in his base form. As mentioned earlier, he was able to recover, run up to Kushina, and use a sealing jutsu immediately after being slashed across the chest by her in her tailed beast cloaked state. Then after being stabbed through the torso, he maintained the healing jutsu and sent his chakra inside Kushina to battle again, a full version of Kurama. All of this would put him in the range of having superhuman stamina. This is going to be an extensive, comprehensive section, even more than the previous ones, because Minato is just absurdly cracked out when it comes to his capabilities and abilities he possesses. As highlighted all throughout the first section of the video, he possesses a genius level intellect and is one of the smartest characters in the franchise, even with the inclusion of Boruto era characters like Ishiki, Hokage Naruto, adult Sasuke, and Koji Kashin. Just to go over what I already discussed again, he created the Rasengan by simply observing a tailed beast bomb in real time, an A-rank jutsu that is the pinnacle of chakra shaped transformation. That is very difficult to learn. This jutsu was also made specifically to counter Biju bombs from the tailed beast, as he showcased in the tailed beast plane when he countered a fully powered Biju bomb from Kurama with a regular Rasengan. He then completely mastered this technique after one training session, which is wild, and was hailed as a ninjutsu genius by Jiraiya. He is a master at using space-time ninjutsu, in particular the Flying Thunder God, a jutsu which he uses more effectively than its creator Tobirama Senju, the second Hokage. He was also able to figure out how Obito's Kamui worked in a very short time frame, and then immediately countered it with a perfectly timed flying Raijin level 2. He was also stated by Kurama as a teenager to be a shinobi of the highest caliber after observing his mastery of sealing techniques, stating that he rivals Hashirama Senju, the first Hokage and the god of shinobi, who was hailed as the ultimate shinobi by Madara Uchiha. On top of this, he even figured out how Kakashi's Chidori worked after seeing it once, and told him pre-Sharingan that he should never use it again due to its lack of perception speed being able to match his travel speed, despite seeing that Kakashi only missed his target. So with his intelligence fully established, let's go over his abilities and techniques that he knows and can use in real time during combat. We've already covered the Rasengan and the Flying Thunder God technique. He also knows and can perform the summoning technique, which he can summon Gamabunta and other frogs from Mount Miyaboku. He can perform the space-time barrier, which allows him to use a kunai with a flying Raijin seal to form a barrier that will teleport away incoming attacks directed at it to another flying Raijin seal of his choosing. Using this, he can teleport away attacks as powerful as the tailed beast bomb from Kurama or any of the other tailed beast, and he can perform various sealing techniques and is a master at using them, similar to Hashirama Senju, including the Reaper Death Seal, the Contract Sealism, and the Four Symbol Seal, with the latter being a sealing formula carved into a human body or object that's mainly used when something giant or evil needs to be sealed, and the user must have the incredible natural skill to perform it. He can also perform the body flicker technique, which high speed movement is accomplished by using chakra to temporarily vitalize the body and move in a short burst of enhanced speed. And lastly, he is also capable of transferring his chakra to other people or people close to him, like Kushina and Naruto. To end this video, it's safe to logically assume that after assessing Minato's capabilities, that even with the inclusion of the Boruto era characters, he is still very capable of dealing with characters from that period at his full strength. I think he can comfortably deal with most of Kara minus Code, Jigen, and Ishiki. The other Kara outers, Ao, Garo, Deepa, and Victor, and even Kid Boruto and Kid Kawaki to an extent. If they're not using their karma, then it's a completely different story. So with that being said, personally I think Minato is one of the stronger characters in Naruto, even though he has long been surpassed by the higher tiers such as Kaguya, Momoshiki, Ishiki, Teen Boruto, Teen Kawaki, Jura, Shadow Hokage Sasuke, and Baryon Mode Naruto. So with that conclusion, hopefully my assessment of Minato aligns with how you scale this character. The next character I will be scaling is Hokage Naruto from the Boruto era. If you disagree with any of my points, make sure to let me know in the comments down below, but please keep the comments civil and respectful, and I will do the same. Don't forget to follow all of my socials in the pinned comment and description below, including my Twitter and Discord, and make sure you subscribe to the channel, turn on post notifications, and set them to all so that you never miss a future video. This is MOTTSKIII signing off, and I'm out. Peace.